Hey guys, this is Tauna, and today we're going to be talking about the Marvel Secret Lair saga continuing. There has been, more stuff that has come out since the initial kind of drop happened and everyone purchased it and stuff. Now that people have started actually getting their Secret Lairs, there's more stuff that I want to talk about in here because, I think that, this is just, yeah. So let's get into it. So some little bit of background, just in case you have, this is the first video you've watched on it, or the first video of mine you've watched on it, or whatever. So on the 5th of November here in Australia, the Marvel Secret Lairs went live at 4 a.m. for me. Within 2.5 hours, the bonus card, the Arcane Signet that was themed around the Avengers Tower, was sold out. Then 5 hours into it, so that's, at 9 a.m. my time, the whole set was sold out in the US. That's not, keep in mind that was like, bits and pieces were going out of stock towards that 5 hours. So like Wolverine sold out, and I think Storm might have been next, then Iron Man, then Cap, then Black Panther. I think that's just me guessing. I'm trying to remember it. The whole actual set was sold out really, really quickly. And then, within 6.5 hours, it was all sold out within EU. So that's, keep in mind this 5 hours would make it 9 a.m. my time. And that's, with the fact that I've got kids and stuff, so I could not be up in the morning to get this stuff. So this is with the additional stuff of other issues that I've talked about in a previous video, so they're not going to be covered in this video because these were actually launch day issues. There was login queue issues where people getting dropped from the queue or weren't able to queue or get to the checkout and weren't able to check out. There were, the queue wasn't moving and stuff for ages. There was also an option to be able to skip the queue if you had a link to, I believe it was to your cart directly. You could click that link, go to your cart directly and check out, therefore skipping this queue of, hundreds or thousands of people. Now, keep in mind that I am generally very positive on my channel. I'm very positive about Magic, about cards and stuff. I generally just kind of report on the news and everything, and, try and keep my feelings out of it. And I'm not going to be talking about my feelings too much about this, besides the fact that I am disappointed. I just want to kind of state facts about it, as well as, generally we are just relatively positive. So if you don't like negative videos, then, there's still no need to unsubscribe. I'm going to be making just as many positive videos in the future as I have in the past. Just every once in a while when something peeves me off and I want to keep that fire going about it under, Wizard's little cauldron, I will kind of, bring it back up again. So let's start off with the bonus issues, starting with bonus cards. So there were bonus cards within each of the Secret Lairs. Now keep in mind, that's not unusual. However, there was rarer bonus cards, which is a little bit more unusual. They have done it previously. I think like with the Miku one, there was definitely some rarer ones and stuff. At least one of these rarer ones has been seen so far. Now, we don't entirely know how many rare ones there are, but the number crunch says that there is at least 2 more. And each one of them is Groot themed, with Groot and the hero from that Secret Lair, or just, Groot overall. And it's baby Groot, so people absolutely love it. Now, why is this an issue? Because you don't know which one you're going to get. So you could potentially miss out on the Secret Lair, bonus card that you wanted from it if you are after one specifically to go in that deck. Say, for example, you're making a Tony Stark deck and you miss out on this Sculpting Steel one. Personally, I would be disappointed about that if I got the other one instead. As well as the fact that this means that there are going to be essentially a lottery, and it's going to be, random. Do you get this bonus card that is now going to be worth, hundreds and hundreds of dollars because it's super rare? Or do you get, a Sculpting Steel that might not be worth as much? It's still, worth more sentimentally and fits well within your deck, but it could, not fit in with your deck as well. Like, so this is the Sculpting Steel one. I'll talk about the bonus one in a second. And these were the 5 different ones you could get. There was a Master of Ingenuity, which came with the Captain America one. You've got Nature's Law for the Wakandan Black Panther one. Sculpting Steel, as I said, for Iron Man. Regrowth for Storm. And God, I love that Regrowth one. It is so good. I love it. And then we've got Unnatural Growth up here for the Logan Wolverine one. Keep in mind that each of these fit very well within that kind of Secret Lair if you are making a commander deck for it, right? Like if you're building a Captain America deck, Masterwork of Ingenuity suits it so well. If you're building a Wolverine Logan deck, then Unnatural Growth fits it incredibly well. You know, these fit just really, really well within those decks. But there was a chance, at least we've seen one person so far with it, I think there's been additional ones as well, that you could get a different bonus card instead. So this guy over here on Reddit and on Facebook, Peachy Apple, got an Abundant Groot instead of his Iron Man one, which means instead of getting the Sculpting Steel, which actually suits his Iron Man deck, he got the Abundant Groot, which means, you know, you can't even use that within your Iron Man deck. That, I think, is probably the more disappointing part as well. Like, if you were building a Wakandan deck, like, you know, Black Panther, or you're building Storm, or even, you know, any of the other ones except for, you know, Cap, then the Abundant Groot wouldn't be too bad. But, yeah, there's also the fact that, you know, we don't know how many chases there are. There was, at least if you do the number crunch, this Abundant Groot is 870, and then the closest one is the Black Panther one at 867 here. There is at least 2 spots in here that there could be other ones. We don't know which ones are within this set. Are these other 2 within this set? What's the chance of this one? Is this an accident? For example, when they did the Miku one, there was an accidental Snapcaster Mage, I believe it was, that came out with the first shipment of the, or the second shipment of the Miku Secret Lairs, when it was meant to be with the third one, I believe, and it was rarer and stuff. We don't know. They're not clear about this. And not just that, like, you know, it's just kind of, I don't know. I don't like this. I'm, you know, a bit disappointed about this. You know, they're just really cool and kind of missing out on the Secret Lair overall. And then you also miss out on the secret, you know, secret bonus cards is just a bit disappointing to me. All right, before we get into the other ones, though, make sure you guys subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers. We're going to do a huge celebration when that happens. I don't want to focus on this too much, but yeah, just subscribe. That would be amazing. We bring you the news. We bring it, you know, fast, and I just love covering the news and love covering decks. We do some amazing deck stuff too. All right, issue number 2 here. At some point, Wizards has changed the packaging to their Secret Lairs to be cheaper envelopes, and there's more issues here. So sometimes they still do the boxes for them, so therefore, you know, they're solidly within a box that is going to keep them safe. I believe with the Dungeons and Dragons one, at least, they sent those out in boxes. But with these ones here, they sent them out in these shitty envelopes in a plastic wrapping, as well as from there, they also did it with the what was it? The Monty Python one as well. And some of those came back damaged as well. It's obviously, you know, it ends up being a roulette. Did you get lucky with the way your thing was shipped? Did the, wherever it's shipped from accidentally blend it through their shipping stuff? You know, there's just a huge amount of it. So this comes from Something Different from Reddit. He had his Wolverine one. As you can see here, this is how it went into the envelope. So not even like hand packaged, it doesn't look like. It looks like, you know, it's been slotted in, but it's kind of missed the slotting. It's folded that part over and therefore folded the whole freaking thing, which is just so awful. As well as, you know, then there's other people here, like this guy here, SSJ Son Goku, his one has just missed the whole seal on the box from this shipping quality. You know, they haven't taped the box shut, and therefore the box, when it arrived at his house, is completely empty. In the thread on Reddit, he had pictures of it and everything like that. And this is an important thing. If you are getting Secret Lairs and they come in the mail, I suggest not opening that box unless you are recording it. I know how shitty that sounds, and I know you shouldn't have to do it, but if you get the box, I would 100% record you opening it, because there's stuff like this that could happen, and you want to have that evidence to show Wizards. You want to have the evidence to show that my box was freaking empty when it arrived, right? Like, you want to make sure you have that evidence, because otherwise you're going to potentially run into issues when you do what I will talk about later if you have issues. So another one here was missing lairs. So this is separate to this issue where the box wasn't sealed, which is more of like a quality control that wasn't done. This one here, there are people who are receiving their secret lairs. So their super drop, they've got, you know, the 5 different secret lairs, and there is just missing some secret lairs in some of them, or they've got double up. So they'll get the Wolverine envelope and they open it up and it's got Black Panther in it. Black Panther is not Wolverine. I know they're both animals, but they're not the same. So some people are just receiving, you know, certain parts missing from their secret lairs or blank envelopes, or usually it still comes with this thanks for being a part of Secret Lair, just so that extra kind of spit in the face as you open it, or, you know, just getting double ups, as I said. Now, could they be faking it? Sure. Like, could they just be like, oh, hey, look, I didn't get this. Wizards, can you send me another one? Sure, but I am more surer that Wizards could just stuff up, right? Like, I am more confident that Wizards is stuffing up than I am of these people faking it. And, you know, it's just a kind of, I guess I'm putting that in there more because I guarantee someone's going to go into the comments and be like, what if they're just faking it? Yeah, they could be, but yeah, Wizards could stuff up. So showing you a few things, you know, some people, you know, their Iron Man's empty, they got no Arcane Signet, or, you know, as I said, this guy here, the Big Germ, his Wolverine's missing from it. Like, there's just a bunch of people posting up on Reddit about they're missing all of their, like, parts of their thing, and, you know, yeah, it's, usually it's not missing cards from it, so they'll still get, like, you know, all the cards from the Black Panther one, for example. It's not like missing like the Into the Trenches from their cap or something. They are getting all the cards within it. It's just missing like the whole envelope of those cards, potentially. Like, just missing all the Wolverine cards. Now, if you are someone who has had one of these stuff ups, you can go over to Wizards onto their website, their Secret Lair products area. Just Google, like, you know, missing secret lairs, and it will take you to this thing, and you can go in. If it's a defect or anything, you can go and you can get it replaced. That is not the issue. The issue is not getting it replaced or anything. I think that is fine, but the issue is more that it shouldn't need to be, right? Like, this is probably one of the most sought after secret lairs in existence. So far, like, you know, I think the Rin and Seri one was up there as well. I think this was potentially even worse than the Rin and Seri one. But the quality is just, yeah, it's freaking awful. Not to mention pringling. I'm not even going to talk about pringling and foiling, because that's with every Wizards product. Secret Lairs just do it too. Yeah. So issue number 4, additional one, you know, Scalpers. I'm not going to focus too much on this. We talked about it before. It's awful. I hate it so much that they got scalped to hell, and now people are charging, you know, 2 times, 3 times the price, and people are buying it, right? Like, people are buying it for 2 times, 3 times the price, and it's just bad. I've just proxied them myself. You know, that might get me onto Wizards shit list, but I proxied them myself. As soon as I get the chance to be able to buy them for real from Wizards, again, I will buy them. If I don't have the opportunity to be able to buy them, though, then unfortunately, you know, I don't have much of a choice except for just miss out on being able to play with them. And that's the whole thing that proxying is meant to be for, right? Like, testing out cards. So yeah, the great thing about it is that the cards are tanking down in price. So those people who have kind of gone and done it, then they are tanking down in price at the moment. They will go back up. So I'm not saying that they are tanking down forever, but they are tanking down at the moment. And if you did miss out on them, you could potentially grab them at the moment. Again, I don't want to buy them and then support these people who scalp them and, you know, potentially pay an extra arm and a leg. You know, I need my arms and legs. So I'm not going to do them from this. If it was from Wizards, sure, I will buy them from Wizards, but I'm not going to pay scalpers for them. So, you know, if you do want to buy them, they are up on TCG Player, and you can go purchase them. This is just the Iron Man one, which at the moment you can pick up for like $20 or something. And then, you know, you can pick up the full Secret Lairs as well. Like, this is the Storm one here. It's roughly around $90 at the moment if you want to go pick that up from there. Again, you're paying someone who paid Wizards to buy it, and you're probably going to end up potentially paying more than Wizards paid for it. More than they paid for it, because, you know, that's how they're making the money. But yeah. So let me know what you guys think. As I said, I try not to do very many negative videos. So this is, you know, Probably going to be the last one I cover about the Secret Lairs, unless, you know, more things come out about it. But we'll see. Let me know what you guys think. Have a great day, and goodbye.